Sales. It's the lifeblood of so many businesses, but especially house cleaning businesses. It's one of the biggest and most common reasons that cleaning businesses actually fail to survive. It's not that people can't sell though, it's because they don't have the right sales script. Well, in this video, I'm gonna reveal the exact sales script that has not only skyrocketed the revenue of my cleaning business, but also raked in tens of millions of dollars for over 1,500 plus house cleaning businesses across the country. This script can literally transform a cleaning business, and today in this video, I'm gonna show you how exactly to implement into your cleaning business so it can help you transform yours. My name is Johnny Robinson. I've built 2 cleaning companies that have generated millions of dollars, and then I built an education company where I've now helped over 1,500 people start and grow a cleaning business all across the US and Canada. Collectively in 2023 alone, our cleaning businesses generate over $20 million of cleaning sales. And with the sales script I'm gonna show you today, you just have to read the words that I've already written and you will close your high intent leads at 40 to 60%. Now, having a sales script is really important, not only for yourself to follow, to be able to build a system off of, but for when you actually hire someone to start taking the sales calls for you, they're going to need a script. It's not like you're gonna hire someone and have them invent the script for you, especially in such a small business. So it's important that you build out a script or make changes or just use the one I'm gonna give you, because when you do hire that person, it's gonna make it that much easier for them to show up, get good at what they need to do, and start closing jobs at that 40 to 60% level. And if you know how to read a script in a way where it doesn't sound like you're reading a script, you create a lot of repeatability in the sales process, so you know, hey, I'm getting 100 calls this month, I'm gonna close 50 of them. Starting with the fundamentals in the very beginning of a call, anytime someone answers, especially in home service, and they're calling to book you, I'm answering the phone with a smile. This is something that I tell everybody to do, and it sounds silly, but it makes a huge difference because you can tell when someone's smiling over the phone. And if you just answer the call with a smile, that upward tonality, the prospect's gonna feel that, and they're gonna be much more inclined to book with you because you'll naturally just build rapport that way. And as you're answering the phone with a smile, you're gonna say, hey, this is ABC House Cleaning, how can I help you? I like to say, hey, this is Johnny with ABC Cleaning Company. How are you doing? How can I help you? And they're gonna say, hey, I'm looking for house cleaning. Whatever it is, that's usually what they're gonna say. Hey, I'm looking to get my house cleaned, I'm looking for a quote. Now we're gonna get into the nitty-gritty part of the script, right? So first and foremost, non-negotiable, every time I'm gonna do what's called a frame set. I'm gonna set the frame. I'm gonna subtly let the prospect know that I am in charge of the call. I'm gonna say, hey Bob, typically how these calls go is I'm gonna ask you a few questions about your home, how big it is, things like that. And once I get that information, I'll provide you with an exact quote. Sound good? What that's doing is letting the prospect know that you are the authority, you're the expert in what you're doing, and now you are in control and guiding the conversation, which makes it that much easier to close. You're then gonna go into what's called the discovery phase, where you're asking questions to gather information. They're gonna say, great, you're gonna say, awesome. So, about how big is the home, what's the square footage, how many bedrooms, how many bathrooms. That one's pretty straightforward. You're just getting to know how big the house is because you are gonna provide a quote at the end of this. Number 2, you're gonna go, so what made you reach out today? They're gonna tell you with a problem. Oh, my cleaner no-showed me last minute, I need something. Oh, I'm moving out, whatever it is. Or I'm a general contractor, I need construction cleanup, right? There's different types of cleans, and so you're gonna wanna suss that out up front. Then you're gonna ask if there's any special occasion they're getting it done for, because that's gonna create a good tie-in for when you pitch, whether they're doing it for Christmas, Thanksgiving, a birthday party, etc. Or if there's a certain date they need it done by, right? Is this a rush clean? Are you gonna be able to charge more for it? Is this something they're not looking to get done for another month or so? You wanna get timelines. Then you're gonna wanna get a gauge of how dirty the actual house is, right? So you're gonna go, so if you had to put your house on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being I probably couldn't even step foot in it, and 10 being I can lick off the floors, about how clean would you say it is? Now when you frame it like that, you're gonna get a laugh, right? And so psychologically, people buy from people they like. They don't buy from companies, they buy from people. And so if you can get laughs out of them throughout this process, it's gonna increase the likelihood you actually close them. And not only that, you're also getting a gauge on how dirty the actual house is. But be careful, because people will lie about this and they'll say, oh, it's an 8, when really it's a 6. And so usually I'll get pictures as well on top of that. Then I'm gonna ask, when is the last time they've had their home professionally cleaned? What this is gonna tell me is if they've used cleaners in the past, or if they're a first-time customer of using a house cleaning service. Now, the reason I want to know this is because if they have used cleaners in the past, then I'm going to ask a follow-up question to this on why they're not using that service provider anymore. This is going to give me a lot of intel into what they weren't happy about, so I know I can let my cleaners know what they weren't happy about in the past, so we don't make the same mistakes and we increase the likelihood that we book them into a repeat customer in the future. And then last but not least, you're going to make sure that the decision maker is on board, which you can leave this one out if you want. I I don't really like to use it on lower ticket stuff, but we do have a lot of our clients use this one, which is gotcha. So is everybody on board with getting the house cleaned? Is there anyone else that needs to be looped in here about actually getting the house cleaning done, or is this your decision? Again, if you feel like you need to do this and you're getting a lot of like husband-wife objections, I'm going to show you how to handle those in a bit. But now on my end, I've been doing sales for a long time, so I don't really need to ask this question, because if they're going to give me a wife objection, I know I'm selling a low ticket service like house cleaning, so I can handle that objection on the back end if I need to. Now you've got your diagnosis done, you've got your discovery phase over. So then you're going to transition to pitch, and you're going to say, perfect. So what I'm hearing is you need a clean in a couple days before Thanksgiving. You got the family coming over. We could definitely do that for you. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in there, we're going to do a deep clean. We're going to do an amazing job for you, clean everything from top to bottom. You're going to probably tie in whatever your service checklist is, whether that's the cleaning the fridge, cleaning the oven, the windows, the baseboards, whatever it is. Include the checklist on what exactly you're gonna do. And we're gonna take care of this for you on XYZ date. And the price is just gonna be $297. If the quote ends up coming out to 300 or a round number like that, I like to use like 48, 49, 47, because psychologically it just sounds a lot cheaper. It's why big retail stores have things priced at $19.97, $19.99 as opposed to $20 even. And then as soon as I deliver that price, I'm shutting my mouth. The first person to talk loses. I'm not talking, and I'm waiting for them to say something. Now they're either gonna say, hey, yes, book me, let's do it, that sounds good, or they're gonna hit you with a price objection. It's almost always going to be a price objection. If they give you any other objection, it's still a smoke screen for a price objection, right? And so some things they might say are, oh, I gotta talk to my husband or wife about it. You say, okay, yeah, gotcha, no worries, definitely talk to them. Are they around right now? Oh yeah, they're around. Okay, why don't you just put me on mute and go let them know? I like to be very pushy, because you have to understand you're on the phone with them, they're in a buying pocket, they're ready to make a decision. And if they say, hey, I'll call you back, 9 times out of 10, they're not gonna call you back. And if you try to call them back, they won't answer. So I'm going for the close every single time. And so I'm being very pushy if they say anything other than yes. And if it's a price objection, they say, that's just too expensive. I called blah, blah, blah company. They said they do it for 200 bucks. I'm saying, okay, well then why didn't you book with them? Oh, I wanted to shop around and get cheaper prices. So is the really thing you're looking for just the cheapest price? They're gonna say, yes. Gotcha, okay, so what was your expectation? What's the price you're looking for? They're gonna tell you the price. Now you can play with this and you can actually discount. I'm not actually hugely opposed to discounting services in a commoditized industry like house cleaning, but it has to make sense. As long as you're in that $50 to $70 an hour range, you're still fine to discount. But if not, you're gonna just have to let them go, because you have to also understand that you are in a commoditized business. You are going to get people who just won't pay whatever price you're charging, and that's the game. And go into this knowing and accepting that you aren't going to close everybody, okay? Because we sell a commoditized service. And so that is okay. The bottom line here though is I'm not letting them off the phone until I get a firm no, or I get the firm objection of, hey, it's just price holding me back. And I'll include this whole script down below so you can read through it and tailor it to your company. But that's essentially how the script works. It's very simple, it's very straightforward. If you just speak these words, you will close at a very, very high rate. And as you start to implement this, as you start to get someone to use the script for you, and you have an employee answering the phone calls, it's important to do call reviews every week and give them feedback on what they're messing up on. If you do this, you'll slowly coach them up so they start closing at an even higher rate. But that's it, guys. If you implement this script, I promise you'll start closing at 40 to 60%. If you don't have a script, start using this one, because it's bottlenecking your business. No matter what business you're in, you should always have a script and a process for how you're selling your product or service. And if this is something where you feel like you need extra help with, specifically in sales, well then check out the link down below, where I'm gonna do a free masterclass on how to grow your cleaning business and start a cleaning business. We go live every Tuesday at 4 p.m. Pacific, where I'll show you from start to scale how to grow one of these cleaning companies completely for free. I'll even throw in a lot more freebies that I didn't include in this video, so you can check that out down below. And if you haven't, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell, hit like, and leave me a comment on what types of videos you want to see next or what questions you have. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.